Okay, we are now live for part 8 of the Game Engine Code Live stream, and we are doing the rapid button tapping part 2. Okay, I've got some apple cake that my dad made, and I've got a banana vanilla milkshake thingy that I just made. So bananas could have done with being a bit riper. Banana, put one in there. If it was a bit riper, would have been a little bit better. Okay, so we was doing the button tapping. Like there was something about it that wasn't working because we was doing it outside. So we wanted to fix that. I was thinking about this, you know, after this last stream, and I was just thinking, because I think it's the A button that we've currently got it set to. Yeah, so if I want it like tap 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 and not just constant press, because currently we are trying to extend the sequence to, you know, accommodate this. But what if we don't? Extend the sequence. What if we create a whole nother set? Because obviously we was trying to extend this. This is pressed. And if we go to the SFML GitHub, I know. You know what? I've already got the library, so I might as well open this up in it's in like a binary format, which is whack. Let's download the source code. I'll download the source code. Just checking how the stream's going. Seems to be okay. The simple reason I've been having issues with my network all day long. Didn't want to open? You will now. Let's get rid of these. I may need that one still. So let's extract this bad boy. Ado Hales says, can you execute? What do you mean, can you execute? Can I execute this, or are you talking about something else? Do you just want to see what we've got? Because it's honestly nothing special. I'm just implementing rapid button tapping. Can't do Alt F4. Is it not Alt F4? To close? With Alt F4. Pretty sure it was. It is, but I have to program that in, otherwise it won't work. No thing. You know what? I'll whack it on the list. I'll whack it on the to-do list. Let's open this up in folder view. And let's go to do. Oh, there it is, already there, to be fair. And I will put it somewhere here. It doesn't really matter where for now. And what I'm going to say, it is Alt plus F4 to close. Make it optional to enable from the developers who can tell me where that is from. with a bit more intensity though. Make it optional to enable from the developer's point of view. Yes, whack that there. Again, this is a long-term project, so whack as many features as we want there. Okie dokie. Now let's open this up in Sublime. That did not open it up. Let me open it up like this. And let me zoom out a second. So I zoomed in for, what was that guy's name that helped a lot? Her something? Sorry, I can't remember your name. Source include. What was I checking anyway? It was the keyboard input stuff, so that would be system. Not system. Nah, not input stream. That's to do with like strings. What would it be? Window? Palace window. Okay, because if we go on the keyboard, we've got is pressed. True if it's pressed, but we want to also have a release event. No, that's I guess effectively live input that allows us to check anywhere. That's not what we want though. We could extend it as a part of the event, and the event lets us check for the mouse key released. So what we effectively could do is, let me have some more. Let me have a bit of apple cake. So this function has been changed. This has been changed. And obviously some stuff in here has been changed. I'm pretty sure I can revert it from the GitHub page. So what I'm going to do is do a reverse. So I will do is I will duplicate the code. I'll whack it here. I'll say old. And I'll date this one the 28th. Love doing local backups like this as well. Call this 1. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna say that shouldn't take long to copy over. Let me go into the GitHub page for this. Once I've done this little recovery, I will have a drink of milkshake as a reward. Code. I need both actually. Engine. Input, sequence, engine, input, and sequence. Okay, so if we go down, we need I wanted the old. Let's see how old this one is. Where the hell has this got to? this the last one? Or was it just mainly I added comments? That was the real difference. Let's check it from 4 days ago. The sequence class. View file. This should be the OG one. All the formatting is messed up. Actually, no formatting. Yeah. This is pre update, so is there any const? Yeah, there's a bunch of const returns as well. The question is, you know what? I can manually revert it, because I know there were none of this, so it's only a mountain can go under or over. I also know with the keyboard pressed, there was none of these either. Okay, and I also know that we had to swap these around. Okay. Amount, direction, and then can go beyond basically. Okay, so now let me sort this out in here, because this is going to give me an error. That's fine. Let's fix it by getting rid of this. We can get rid of this. Is that the same? It should basically be a mirror of this for the most part. Yes, we're looking all good. We are looking all good. And I can delete it from this as well. And let's swap over the amount. This should continue working the way it was before. Ooh, we get an error. You're right, indeed, it doesn't take 6 arguments. So we don't need these. Which one was it that we don't need again? We don't need these two. We'll put 5 here. We won't be using this anyway, but we just want to check if it's still working. So A. Okay, so you don't tick down, that's fine. And I guess was there a tick down? No, there wasn't. Okay, so we reverted this back. That's all good. Now we need to implement this. So the features that we have, if we open up the, have a look at the keyboard thing for now. Let's have a look at the mouse and actually the joystick as well. There we go. So joystick, we have a, don't care about them, is pressed. We got an is pressed. That's not what we want. Is there a is released for joystick? I mean, if there isn't, then it does make things super difficult. Actually, there could be, it might be an event. Joystick button released, mouse button released, and key released. Yeah, it's the events again. I'll keep forgetting that. Okay, so we need to combine it with that. So if we get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of that, and if we're in a splash state, so we could do key released. So as soon as that event is triggered, so if I was to put a breakpoint here, run that, as soon as I press the key, release it. Okay, no breakpoint was triggered, but again, I'm doing it on empty code. Maybe that's why. Let's just do a return. Let's just do 5 semicolon. It's runnable code technically, so not that it can actually do anything. Nope, don't like that either. Key released. It's not getting in here from my interpretation of this. So let's put yo yo yo. Missing a colon. Go into it then. Let me redo it. Okay, that's fine. So now I can't get into something like 5 semicolon or on an empty line. Good to know. Good to know, something new that I've learned. Okay, so it gets in, that's fine. So this is at the point where we want to do our rapid button tapping. So let me Google rapid button tapping game engines or games, because let's see if there's any been other implementations, and let's borrow from them, use some inspiration. So video game rapid button tapping. Okay. Game engine. Oh, yeah, my one had popped up 19 minutes ago. That won't actually be this one. It'll be yesterday's one. That's, oh no, it's today's one. I don't know why it's saying part 7 then. It must just be indexed from yesterday. Okay. That's against the mine. Okay, I always interpret it as a closest game. I'll throw out a comment then. No comment at all. Okay. Video game code button masher. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, I remember there was actually games that were just solely around button mash. You press it. You might get a character to run, for example. You might have to not press it too fast initially, because maybe the character would fall. Then you'd have to press it faster, and then slow down. There was like car-based ones as well. I remember the running one. You had to jump over like hurdles as well, like in the Olympics. No, that was like an actual game. It's not of any use to me. Not really. See, from my little limited Google search that I've just done, it just shows how limited like the stuff out there is. If I go on YouTube and I type in video game button masher code, I've got to spell code right. Let me turn the volume down. Don't want to get flagged for whacking on somebody else's video. Is that? Nah, I thought that was. What's the name from? Is it Gamesville? Did you ever watch this? Is it Gamesville that I'm thinking of? Yeah, Guru. As soon as it came with Guru, like these two guys. Yeah, this was like the non-nerdiest game show ever. I remember watching this. Actually, I want to whack on episode. I want to whack on the audio as well. Who cares about you? What YouTube says.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Daz, I've never been into Harry Potter games. What? It's just not my cup of tea, mate. I'll tell you what, Jake.
This is a special episode for a special someone. It's Harry Potter one. Remember the sound.
Oh, but you can never tell this game. Anything can happen in the face-off zone. Right, you want some free? This is the kind of game that you can definitely get into, and you spend hours on this one.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah?
definitely.
Very happy with it?
Yes.
Top stuff.
We got the Guru.
Is beyond the guru to cookie chew.
You
Candy from a baby, but hey, I'll bow out gracefully. Right, let's get this on, shall we? It's 3, 2, 1. Let the games begin. Well, as Jamie's been saying.
Okay. Where did they get these people from?
Hey.
Okay. Let's turn the volume down on this. I just want to see the code files. Gonna be using C# or the Unity. Yeah, C#. We can get maybe a rough idea. Nah. Forget this. We'll do it ourselves. Okay, so again, do we use this or do we go and because this tick up feature is useful for what we need. So then what I'm thinking is, do I extend this? Because it's, I mean, do I add it onto this? Because it's kind of like a sequence. It's just the same button. Or do I create a whole nother class and either inherit from the sequence or just have an instance of it in there? If that's the case, obviously I have to make that protected because we're going to need all of these. Saying that we don't want them necessarily to access these functionalities, so it would be better if I created them and I literally just had an instance of it in there, like the way I've got an instance of clock, and then use that functionality and return where I need to. So this could be called rapid button smasher. I mean, is that the correct name for something like this? The to do rapid button tapping. Use timer. Yeah. I got that. More we need the clock than anything. Video game rapid button tapping The Last of Us. So Last of Us has it, and let's see what they're calling it. Rapidly tapping buttons. Rapid button masher. I mean, technically it is a form of a QTE as well. From that little scan that I just did, ooh, that looks like a pretty nice image. Keep getting distracted. That looks nice. It's the OG. Obviously, there's only one. I guess you got the digital, but only one sort of iteration yet of the hardware. So obviously these got slim. This got slim and a super slim. This obviously had the slim and then the pro. Currently, just got this and the digital. Yeah, they got the DualShock and then pre-DualShock as well. DualShock 2, actually the DualShock, that'll be DualShock 3 with that colour, it won't be just 6 cents. And then DualShock 4 and DualSense. I wonder if they'll rename to DualShock 5, like in a year, like what they did with the PS3. It went from 6-axis to, yeah, it's DualShock 3 as well. We've brought back vibration. Oh, that image looks good. Okay, let's go back. So what do we have in the QTE? Because we've got QT. Oh, yeah, we need to fix the QTE as well. Okay, QTE ends after a single failure. We haven't got that feature implemented. Yeah, we gotta do that. QTE next import. Well, I deleted all the QTE stuff here. And update. Oh yeah, I guess it was with the failure count. That's how we implemented that. But we still got to implement joystick as well. I'll whack down the list so I do not forget. That will be literally the next thing they'll do. QTA mouse and joystick. Okay, let's have a look. With some rapid button tapping that we're looking for. Rapid button tapping. This has an event list and times. Again, I'm trying to think, will this be enough? Or should we? Got some comments. Sanjay Sukram says hi, hello. Big Man Cosmo Play says, remember me from how to set up Cocos 2DX. Also, can you run it? I never saw what you had so far. Pixelpat says, A up. Pixelpat. I do remember you from Cocos 2DX. So I'll run it. Again, just got a couple of... Those shapes have been there for months. Ignore them. Really, the beautiful stuff is here. Not much to be fair. Yeah, I'm just implementing when you have a game. Get a controller out. So if you have a game, and let's say an enemy grabs you, and you might have to press B to, you know, get them off you. If you do it like really slowly, let's say if it's a zombie or bite into you and you'll die. But if you press it really fast, you'll have an X amount of times you have to press it, or a certain level you have to go over. Maybe each press, you know, increases, say, the count by 5. You need to get to 100, so that's 20 presses. But if, let's say, every half a second that you don't press it, it goes down by 2. So if I do that, then I'm pressed, it goes down by 2, then 2 again. So, and let's say if it goes to 0, you might die. So that's basically what we're implementing in the engine at the moment. Try not to overthink it too much. But I'm falling into that trap of overthinking it. Okay, QTE. Or just a whole nother class. So again, it is a form of a QTE. Has started. I guess we would need that. Okay, think about it. We are specifying one button. So we don't need an event. What we need is the button. So let's say in this case it's a key. So one key. We don't need a time. We need the amount that you have to get to. Let's say if we have a starting amount as well. Does he have anything like that? No. Okay, he needs a starting amount. Let's just assume it's 0. So 0. So the target, so let's say 100. Then the amount that each press will take you up. Probably best if I take notes for this. So we need a key. We don't need time again. We need threshold. So that's how high we need to go with the score, the count. We need the amount it ticks by, amount it ticks up by with each press. So we've done that. We also need it to, after how long to go down, and link into that how much to reduce the counter by. Okay, so that's what we want to still make sure it's working. Just building. Okay, so basically the functionality that we would need. I guess we could have another constructor for that. Has started. Yeah. I mean, it's not really much. Is that even ever getting? Does that even ever get changed? No, it does not. So where would we actually start? Next input, event position, if key is valid. This is where we want to say it. So underscore started equals true. There we go. Okay, so get event position, set event position, event count, fixed a missing feature, get a failure joystick and mouse as well. So ask QTE, yeah, I've already noted that. I thought this was a different class now. Like, have I missed in 2 places? I mean, it's possible. reset amount, failure count. So if I could implement a whole new class with that, but then where would this either? So we got update. I could, oh Jesus, no, that's not what I want to do. I could create a new class called something like RBM, Rapid Button Masher, or RBT, Rapid Button Tap. I prefer RBM. RBM, so let's create that. And that needs to be an input. This is going to be, there we go, new file. It's not quite what I wanted. Let's try it. Don't add a new item. Yeah, that's what I want. Visual C++, and we should call this RBM. Make sure that this is actually where it should be. And no, it should not be there. Well, technically it should be there based on what I've just done. It should be here. Is it LMNOPQR? So it is after. Oh yeah, it's automatically sorted it for me. And now let me create the add new item header. And it's called RBM. And I want to rename that to HPP. And let's move this over. Boom. Let's copy this over here. Let's go from the top. We're gonna need them. Okay, we need to get rid of the pragma because I think there's already one in there, and he messed that up. I mean, we're gonna need a get clock. We don't need a next input. Nah. Restart? Maybe. Failure count? So maybe for now. So has started, we'll need that. Get event position. We can name that better. Set event position, we don't need that. Get event count, we can name that better. We don't need to get the event list. Is it complete? We need that. I mean, not that far-fetched to have be able to get the clock event position. We don't need that. We don't need this. Just double check to make sure I'm deleting it from the right place. And failure count. Yeah, we'll need that. Reset amount. Clock started. Okay. Let's rename this to RBM. And this is going to be the Rapid Button Masher. I'm tired, but I will soldier on. And so I better get some energy. Now let's copy all of this over. Okay, so Obviously it should be RBM. It should be RBM. We need the has started. We don't need any of these. Don't need them. Get clock, yep. Next input we don't need. Update and get failure. Yes, I'm happy with that. Okay, so we can rename all QTE instances to RBM. So let's search for find all in current document, yes. Where's the replace with RBM? Okay. Let's make sure that we'll see if it's actually building or not. Plan is up to date. Nah, that's not what I need. Go to solution view. Apparently seems to be okay with that. Okay, so I need to also add that in Sonar. So RBM. We're all good to go. So let's reorient this. To match this. So the key, which is going to be a const key board I don't know why it's not picking up there. Key, I'm gonna call it a key. And then we need amount it ticks up by with each press. So this will be a float, so const float amount to tick up. Yeah, name it pretty simple. And we want to put a amount to tick up. I forgot the threshold. So let's put in a one const float. Should call it threshold or winning threshold? No. I'll call it threshold. For now, I can always rename it threshold. Is that how you spell it? Not any extra S's or H's. We're all good. So threshold, the amount it ticks up by, after how long to go down, const float, tick down timer, tick down timer, tick down time, how much to reduce the counter by. Const float tick down amount. Let me build that, I'll probably get an error over here. So. Underscore started equals true. Yeah, fine. Event position equals 0. Ramesh Shazad says hi. Hello, Ramesh Shazad. Event position equals 0. Do we even still have a event position? Yeah, we shouldn't do. Hello together. Hello, Herding. There he is. Herdingness. He was the guy that helped me with some of the stuff the other day. I was trying to think of your name. I was saying thank you and I forgot it. There you are. Like, you gave me like a hate something. Herdingness. Is that like German? Event position? Nope. I don't need the event list either or the event timer. The reset amount? Don't need that. Failure count. Let me rescan solution. Oh, RBM has not been detected here. This was randomly open. I just want to make sure it doesn't change or anything. Let me. Is there a sync button here? How about here? No, I don't want to commit this. How do I close this down? It's not what I want. There we go. See, why is RBM? So that means I could type anything in and it will still technically build. Yes. So RBM is not built. It's not here. I could drag it on, but I wanted a way. The very least just to reload. Guess not. Let me just do a quick drag on job. There's RBM. Let me do the same for now we're getting errors. Oh, Jesus, that's a lot of errors. It's good in a way. yes, we can get rid of that. Let's build that again. So that did produce an error. We are getting quite a few errors. Yes, we don't restart and do whatnot in the conventional way anymore. Let me close it and then reopen it again. Okay, so we need to reopen this. It is German. And Mansoor Al Shumari says hi. Hello, Al Shumari. Dinget. Hopefully, having a good day. Pixel Pat and everyone else. Okay, so we only get one failure now. Yeah, he's saying we're not returning anything. I mean, technically, we gotta return something. We'll just put that for now, I guess. No errors. Okay, so this is basically going to serve as the base of what we're trying to do here. So the key, we need to store that key. It's going to be key, keyboard, key, which key is to be pressed in the RBM. Key. Okay, so we got that. We need threshold, which is the maximum limit. We could we call this goal, or should I just continue with the name threshold? Threshold goal. Amount to get to in the RBM, and then amount to tick up. That's gonna be a float. Well, this one should be a float as well. For the amount to tick up. Amount to tick up. Press amount to add to counter. We're gonna need a counter, aren't we? Yeah, we're gonna need a counter. Float counter Copy that, paste it. Total. I was told, not total. What's this? Okay. Tomorrow, I'm definitely starting this stream a lot earlier. I'm so tired. I'm talking about hours earlier. I'm not talking about 2 hours earlier. I'm doing the daytime. I know it's gonna eliminate some people, but you'll still be available, you know, afterwards, after like a few hours once YouTube's processed it. You can still see it then. Be more focused then. Just want to get a bit more done before I wrap up the stream. Brief. So this is the progress of the RBM. Meant to tick up. Tick down time. Let's copy this. Okay, there's a few things that we can remove. Period after which the counter goes down, amount for counter to go down. Now next step is here, and let's do this because it's gonna make things a bit easier. We want to automatically assign these. Everything but the key is going to be automatically. Actually, no, they're going to be assigned as well. What am I talking about? So it's going to be underscore key. And this is going to be key. Don't forget to remove const. Thank you, her dinges. Is it dinges? Yeah, dingens. There we go. Probably like watching a drunk person code, but it's actually a sober person that's just tired. Okay, redone that one. Thanks for that. You've been a big help overall with this project so far. So we're gonna say underscore threshold goal threshold, and we need to do amount to tick up underscore amount to tick up amount to tick up, and now we need to do underscore tick down time tick down time. Then you do underscore tick down amount tick down amount. So build this, see what we get. Is there a way that I can just automatically evenly split them? I mean, that would, but I mean this entire section, that's what I want to evenly split. Well, it succeeded, so that's all good. So let me go to view toolbars. Nah, none of that is helpful. Maybe window? Nah. I'll check back after. I can just do a rough manual resize for now. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so we've got all of that. Oh no, I'm in the wrong one now. Should be an RBM. What's that moaning about? Underscore counted, not initialized. Yes, we shall. Underscore counter should be just 0. Any more errors or warnings with this? Well, it is initialized now, so ignore the enum one. It's the counter is initialized, so it's all good. Okay, so we have put them in there, and everywhere in here they say QTE. We want to replace that with RBM, replace all. There we go. That should not have broken anything. Let's do run it again. Okay, so what are we gonna do? That's what we got so far. Then, so we would need functions to actually say button press, and we got it. So okay, so this is the question. See, like, how are we doing the RBM? Are we doing it so that you have to check for the button presses inside? Then we have to do a check for joystick and mouse. But if we eliminate this and don't do a key check, so if I put a comment here, if I put a comment and I say caps lock it, and I say remove, because I'll do this tomorrow, remove key, make it simple and just abstract, which event triggers the count to go, should have done a multi-line comment, to go up is dependent on an external class. That way you could actually chain events together, and that is what triggers it to go up. So it could be a multi-button press. I think this is going to be a better way of doing it. Okay, so now I will build. I want to look at the QTE. Could we potentially do? Nah. With the QTE, you need to do that. So I'm going to need to do something for the joystick and mouse as well. Okay, so I'm happy with the progress for the RBM. What BS is this? Okay, that's alright. Okay. Why don't you use to do for comments about this? You have to do. I know you mean this file. Main reason I was putting it here, because I know if I go to the to-do, let's say if I forget what I'm doing tomorrow, for some reason I forget, and let's say I don't even check my last stream, because that's what I would usually do, check the last few minutes, skip through that, I'll see that I'm on rapid button tapping, so I'll be like, okay, I've got to go RBM. Then I'll see this here, get rid of this. That's the reason I have put it there. But you that will mark the comment with a plus sign on the line number, so you wouldn't. Why don't you use? Oh no, you're saying something else. You're actually saying something else entirely. Okay, so I see what you're saying. You're saying this to do. Okay, let me try it. I'm looking forward to this. I'll put it on one line for now. Okay, so you can you mean like how it's actually marked? It's marked something here, but not marked something here. I'm a bit confused what the markings did. Okay, it's got marked, so it's marked it there. So if I remove this, what I wanted to do, if I remove this, okay, so let me reload VS. Let me have a look. Doing something in the background maybe. What's that more to? Nope. Oh, I can ignore this. No, nothing's happening. Let me Google this. What's her name again? Dingens. What does Dingens mean? Dingenzokasby? I'm going on a random tangent here. Okay, hard to find that I was expecting. I'll go on to what I was meant to be looking at. Visual Studio comment to do. Tag. volume is off. That's the way you told me, and that's the way I've put it in there. This is VS Code, but is it the colon that basically makes it? Or let me see though. Can I just search for something like to do? We're in RBM. Is he in RBM at all? Nope. Am I missing something? Dingens. The fact he hasn't even picked up a // that's just indicative in itself. Oop, my phone screen turned off. Not that important anyway. No, it isn't, but it sounds like it's a useful feature. Task list. Task list. Let me have a look. Where's the task list then? So it's in view task list. Okay, so there's a bunch of non-my code stuff here. So if I went there, just as long as it says to do, it gets triggered in here. View task list. Yeah, that includes all of the okay, but I do like the idea of this. I mean, it could be. It's coming up in the task list. Yeah, like I said, it's possible. It's not available in community version, and it's only available in enterprise. Obviously, I haven't tried it in VS Code, so I don't know if it's available there or not. Task list. I'll do that don't appear, so I could go to settings as well and find it. So if I go to options, environment, task list, so where am I looking, where am I looking? It ain't that, is it? That might be actually, no, what was it? I've just launched up Spotify. So it was environment task list, environment, cannot see environment at all. That's the wrong section. Where is the options? There we go. It was on the tools, I think. Environment task list, to do. So if I put on a name and I say ss dash to do, so it's sonar systems to do. If I just put sonar, if I put sonar here, I should still pick them up, I guess. Guess not. Make sure I did save it. Gotta click add. It would actually be before this, to be fair. If I close that down, go to view, task list, RST, so that don't make sense in terms of the order itself, but so if I type in sonar, there we go, so that's something, and that will help a lot. So if I just mark them all like this, sonar, at least for now, sonar, instead of to do, I could yeah, I'll say the sonar for now. So I will also mark in QTE sonar, boom, another task that's right there. I mean, I don't know if there's any other tasks that I can immediately think of. No, okie dokie. Let's just give it a build. Yep, that is still working, still building at least. Okay, so I will leave that here for now for today. I will be continuing with this tomorrow. I will get the RBM class completed. That is my goal, to get the RBM class completed. And now you will easily find all the comments about things you have to do. Yeah. Literally, because obviously that QTE one about the mouse and the joystick, now that I've seen the comments, like, oh yeah, I've got to do that. And that wasn't that crazy long ago. That wasn't that long ago that I put that in. That's the funny thing. It's like if I put that in 6 months ago and I forgot about it, it wasn't 6 months. It was relatively recently. So that's the issue with stuff like this. But yeah, thanks for that suggestion. We got this nice. Probably will change the name to something else. And I add something like to do sonar. Again, it needs to be short. Like sonar still short. It doesn't really describe. It just means it's my own task. And okay, I will continue with this tomorrow. I will definitely get the rapid button masher class completed. And if we go to do, that means this will be done. Mega QT mouse and joystick done as well, because in reality we got the keyboard one done. That can simply be extended. It really isn't gonna be much beyond that. That should actually be pretty darn simple. So yeah, the goal is for tomorrow to get these two done. Then we'll look at gestures. Don't know how the hell I'm gonna go about that. I will figure it out. Rumble would be good as well. There was this, I don't know what this is. There was some bug from a while ago. It was on Mac, never tested it on Windows, so I don't even know. I've had more issues with Windows, to be fair, so probably it's still there. Then once we done that, improve the debug class, and then sprite, shapes, and a bunch of other stuff. And this, yeah, I'm just looking forward to the more advanced features. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna be doing ray tracing in there, but it'll be interesting to have a go at it. and some AI stuff, implement our own AI, some CMake stuff, accessibility for blind and deaf people, so voice reader and a screen reader as voice reader, yeah, voice reader and a screen reader as well, with the ability to slow that stuff up and down. And will you push the code today? I will indeed. You know what, I was about to forget, but you have reminded me. Get up. Do one more build just to make sure. Yeah, it's all up to date. Okie dokie. So rapid button masher class start. I'll say not finished. Commit to master. You said, what did I put? Yes, deaf with an F. I mean, that would be really accessible. Actually, that would be the ultimate accessibility if actual dead people could play it. I mean, I think this live stream will probably get a few more views. Probably not from the sort of people that we want, but probably still will. Okay, there's be some changes in the origin as well. Let's push it. Yeah, not deaf people. DEAF. Yeah, nice spot. Well, for a moment I was looking, I was like, have I put TH? Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to be doing these. But it's just not stuff that you see people doing. I think it'll be a cool feature to implement. Okay, so that's that done. Let's close this down. Let's have a look to make sure it's all synced up. 2 minutes ago. I mean, the to-do won't be updated with the updated def because I never saved it. What's it saying? I think something got added, I think. Okay, so that should be, yeah, let's update that. I won't commit this because it's just the one little thing. It'll get committed tomorrow. But at least we've changed it. Yeah, I really want an FPS counter like Doom's. So FPS counter Doom. Yeah, Doom Eternal will be fine. Yeah, it allows you to check a bunch of live stuff. You know, like this, and obviously you can change how much information you have. I always play on, you know, like this, so it shows you all, not just your cores, your threads basically. So if you have a 4-core, 8 and 2 threads per core, it'll show you a CPU 0 through to 7, and show you your CPU drivers, if you're using Vulkan or not, if your HDR's off. I love playing with this and seeing this go up and down. I would like to get, I mean, FPS ain't a difficult thing to get in there. Nope, easy stuff. Not too sure about that. The graph stuff, in all fairness, that's going to be more depending on the GUI stuff that we have, but then that'll reinforce the need for the GUI system and making sure it works well. It's like another way of testing it. So people, yeah, that's what I've got is 2080 Ti, but I didn't play at that. Rather play the 2560 by 1440. You know, everything high. Yeah, I was getting over 100 frames per second. A lot of time between one. I hated this enemy. The Marauder was a beast. I need to continue that live stream. I won't continue the Doom Eternal live stream yet because I want to complete the PS5 games that I've got. Some of them I want to platinum. Once I've done them, then I'll continue with the Doom Eternal. But there really isn't much PS5 games coming out Christmas 2020. I don't think there's really anything else coming out. I need to get Ghost of Tsushima. That's just a PS4 game. Does run better on PS5, by the way. Need to get Demon's Souls. That seems like it's a $5 off. Oh no, there's £8 delivery. Not $5 off. Is that sold out then? See if it's sold out locally as well. Ooh. Records mic audio as it captures trophy gameplay via your own rousing boss kill clip. That's interesting. Let's listen to this. Oh no, no. He was excited. Yeah, so we're looking at PS5 games. Yeah, I've got that, and I got COD. Need to get Demon's Souls, to be fair. I need to get Demon's Souls. See, don't think really any other games coming out for a little while. Hey Son, I love your stuff. Have you ever considered making a distribution guide? Can you expand on that a bit more? Distribution of like what? And for stuff like this, I would use Dear ImGUI. Is that a SFML thing? So I've looked at some of the GUI stuff. Bloat free. Yes. So yeah, this is literally how I want it to implement, where it is really simple. Let's have a look at it. So I'm guessing it's rendered using OpenGL. Most likely, that'll be my interpretation, just based on looking at it. Renderers, quite a lot of renderers actually. I don't support SFML, which is unfortunate. I do want to port it to SDL2. I need to look SDL2, but there's no rush for that at the moment. We've got a lot of features there. I wouldn't mind honestly implementing that stuff myself, but thanks for the suggestion. I will. Where it is? I will store it. So I basically have this saved, and it will be something I consider. Going back here, this ain't coming out. It says launch window. See, how old is this article? 3 days ago? No. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. They've confirmed this next year. Yeah, they've confirmed it's 2021. Q1, Q2, probably gonna be Q2. Probably be April, May. May even push June time. Outriders, not yet. Gran Turismo Sport is next year. The Pathless, it was on launch day. This I'm actually considering getting. It looks very interesting. Sorry, I'm in distributing your finished games or projects on app stores and the like. Oh, you mean? Yeah, like I've made apps and games before. We go to sonalsystem.co.uk, and if we go to games, like if we go to the Google Store, so like here's some of the stuff I've worked on with other people, some of the stuff I made myself. So honestly, because I haven't done it in a little while, so a lot of the apps have actually been removed for the simple reason they don't meet, like this was the one we spent the most amount of time on. Made this one, and this one ourselves. The other one were collaborations with other people, and a lot of them have been removed because I hadn't worked on it for so long. New rules came in and the apps didn't meet the guidelines. But yeah, I do want to do more stuff like that, but I don't want to see, I don't want to treat this project as, okay, I want to complete it, make a game, and in 6 months I want it on the App Store. I want to treat it as, I want to make a good game engine with features like accessibility. 1 second, that was a bit, that USB hub was not in the right position. What was I talking about? Yeah, make the game engine with accessibility features, ray tracing, and all this other stuff, or at least try, and then make a few mini games. Probably not going to be for months and months, maybe even a year, like Tetris. Tetris is still pretty complicated to make. I looked into it. Pac-Man, potentially. I'll stress the AI stuff. Look into making Space Invaders, Breakout, Pong, those sort of more basic games. And then once, obviously, I've made them and I've discovered what things are missing or what things are broken and I'll fix them, then I can think, you know what, I can look into making a game from scratch, from new idea, all 100% live streamed. That's the plan. But again, no rush to get onto that. So the Pathless, maybe it kind of has like a flower vibe to it. Is it made by the same people? No. Giant Squid. No, it's not the same people. Yeah, what other games are we getting? I'm not fussed about that. That's next year anyway. Deathloop is next year. Yeah, actually I'm interested in Quarantine though. Nah, not really about that. That's next year with Gus Fring. God of War 2. Yeah, it's gonna be next year at the very least. GTA 5 again next year. I will play that again. Gollum. Again, still. Tetris is very simple, can be done in a few hundred lines of code. Okay, so that's a challenge. Obviously, game code. We have to try and make it as efficient as possible. Resident Evil 8 Village. Ghostwire Tokyo. I mean, that looked pretty interesting. I will get that. I think I'll be getting that one. Again, that's 2 years away. Also, so this is next year. This is next year. Heavenly Bodies does look interesting. Again, that's next year. Recompile. Yeah, something like I could get. Well, obviously it's not a major AAA title like COD or Sackboy. So in reality, that's just a PS4 upgrade. I think that's just a PS4 upgrade. Are we getting that for free anyway in December? I ran into trouble when Google was unable to accept products built from 32-bit libraries since SFML 64-bit libraries aren't ready yet. I'm considering switching to Cocos, but that's a big switch. It is a big switch. Cocos is supported a lot more in stuff. It's supported on Android, iOS, Windows, Mac, Linux. I think they've got it working on the watch stuff as well, on I think maybe Auto, TV. I'm pretty sure they have at some level. Obviously I've done a lot of tutorials for Cocos for the game engine, and probably the most out of any single person out there. My gripe that I have with Cocos is like the setup is always so awkward, and like every new major version always breaks something with the setup. Like once it's set up, honestly it's okay, but it's a setup that's always, it's the way it's set up. But Cocos definitely is not a bad way to go. Obviously, be prepared for a bit of learning. Obviously, we've got videos and the Discord channel as well. Anyone use DirectX for coding or for playing games? Like, what's the specific questions here? See, again, these are all next year. We don't even know if they're going to be coming out straight away. TBA, GTA 7. Well, we know these two. Well, we know this is coming next year. Probably this Stalker 2. Oh, that'll probably be a PC game that I'll get anyway. So really, apart from Demon Souls, there ain't no new game that I want for the PS5. That's it. It's Demon Souls. That is purely it. Then it's gonna be playing PS4 games again. But on the bright side, with that, I can catch up on those games. That is the bright side. So it is a shame though that come Christmas there isn't gonna be some new, let's say 3-4 titles that I could spend that time, getting into, amongst other stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same with the Xbox Series X. Thing is, I've got the Xbox Series X and 0 Xbox Series X games. 0. The only games I played on there are Xbox One games. Don't get me wrong, they run better, but let's have a look. Next year. Yeah, still waiting for this after that first trailer. This got delayed. That was a shame. I really wanted to play that. In fact, they were meant to be launch title as well. That would have been amazing. Quantum Error maybe. Bright Memory Infinite. Looking forward to that. Downloaded Bright Memory. I don't know what was it with that game. Like, the controls were weird. You could tell that it was just a PC port with 0 changes. He had actual graphic settings. That was the strange. That's what really made me confident that it was a PC game. Literally individual graphic settings. It's cool in a way, but it just was not good. I haven't been on it since like launch, so maybe they've updated it. Yeah, they haven't got a release date for this yet. I might whack on the Xbox Series X. Just see what games are. Just play something. Just see what's what. Okay, so that's that. I will see everyone tomorrow. I've been on the stream for a while. And let me just close some stuff down. So I really appreciate everyone that tuned in. We've got a couple of questions. One question that I experimented with Cocos, but I was stumped about how creating a timer was supposed to work. It was easy in SFML since they provided clock functions, but in Cocos it must be manual. Have a quick look. So if we type in Sonos systems, so if I go on to here, version 3 there. The timer. So you wanted a timer. What you can do is stuff like with sequences, repeating. Obviously, it depends on what you wanted to use a timer for. Yeah, that's the other thing. It doesn't quite have those sort of basic features that you would think, and they are just sort of part of something else. So you just have to check that out. Yeah. Okay, so that is it. I want to thank everyone that tuned in today. Thanks for watching. I will be doing another stream tomorrow. I will be doing it a lot earlier, so I won't be that tired, and I can really bang out the code. And thanks for watching. Have a good night, have a good day, good morning, or wherever you are.